Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode from our 1.19 series where we are exploring the Wild Update. My name is dalilred, and in our last episode we found an ancient city and took on that adventure. We found Swift Sneak 2, so I am actually much quicker when I am sneaking, which I love, and we also found a god apple as we were exploring. In today's episode, we're going to do some building where our sneakiness is going to come in handy being a little bit quicker. We're going to be making a hobbit hole village next to our farm. So we're going to grab some building blocks and let me show you where we're going to be building this. While we are grabbing some building blocks to mark out these spots, I also wanted to make this recovery compass. Yes, right there, perfect. Okay. Echo shards all around the compass. Recovery compass. Look at this. We have a recovery compass. Hopefully, I won't need to use this, but knowing me, at some point I just might. But for now, we're just going to put the recovery compass back next to our music disc that we made last episode as well. For now, I'm just going to grab some of the skulk blocks to mark out where we are going to be building this village. Let me show you where we're building. We are going to be building right on this hillside right here. So we are going to build a bunch of hobbit holes in the same kind of hobbit hole style we have right here. But I also kind of want to build some of them out of like fallen logs and use those as a way to kind of create paths in between some of these little hobbit holes. So yeah, without further ado, let's get marking out where we're going to have all of these hobbit holes, and then I'll bring you back in for when we start building them up. So as you see, we're going to be dotting some of these hobbit holes around our villager breeder area because it'll be easy to transfer them. But we are also going to make one of those little villager houses into a fallen log, and I think it's going to look really cool as well. And just like that, we have the hobbit hole village marked out where we are going to start building a little hobbit hole village for our little villagers. Granted, we're going to need to start breeding a lot more villagers to fill these spots, but for now, we're just gonna start building them. So I think this will be pretty great as far as placement goes. I'm thinking that we're going to have mostly our our iron related trades closer to here. I like how this one is kind of slanted sideways as a hobbit hole. I'm curious how that's gonna work, but I think it'll be great. But we'll have the ones that trade us iron in these 3 hobbit holes, and we'll mix some of the others in the middle here. And then over on the other side, by where we have our cows, I'm thinking of putting some butchers. Since you now know where we're gonna be building, should we just start building? All right, so the next thing that I want to do to decorate the second cartography house is, well, I'm going to go map out our area because I haven't done that yet. And I'm really curious to see how much of our area we can see in between all the trees because we are kind of hidden by the forest, but it should be really cool. So let's go try to map an area. I've actually never mapped a world before. Let's get going. Started map number 1 over by our villager breeder. Grabbed the second map on top of our bridge by our sugarcane farm. Next, mapped out the area in front of our enchanting area, and then made sure I filled out the entire map as well. Grabbed the next map section in front of our cow crusher. Then made sure I fully filled out the map on the last section before trying to put our map together. Also, I love using these as like archway pillars. It's so cool. But I want to put all of these maps on this wall right here. So I'm going to get some item frames and we're going to put them together. Made ourselves some item frames, then made ourselves even more for more maps. Awesome, we have 9. Okay. No. You cannot leave. Sorry. Oh no. Ha ha ha. Oh, that was close. Nice. Okay, so we have like this. Realized I had a duplicate of the iron farm. Placed our cow crusher map. Placed our starter home and animal barn map. And placed our sugarcane farm map. Realized I didn't need all the item frames, so took them down. And went to go map the last 2 map segments that I was missing. And the last map. There we go. Oh, look at this. We have our area all mapped out. Oh, this looks amazing. And it's actually perfect for being in our cartographer's table. So next, we keep on building these little hobbit holes. Now that we have been working on some of these Hobbit holes for a while, I wanted to kind of walk you through the places that we have made so far. So let's start on this end. We have one of our butchers right outside our little cow crusher farm. So we just need to level these guys up. Right now we have 2 of them in here. They've got our raw pork chops and rabbit and pork chops and chicken. We kind of need them to have raw beef, but it's fine for now. But this is the decor that we got. We'll put on some shaders to walk you through what we have so far. And, oh, excuse you, goodness. We've got some little cutting boards for them. The smokers are smoking away, storage for extra things, keeping it very light with the sandstone vibes, but I think this one turned out so cute. We have their beds being brown to kind of match the little cow farm that we have for them. We'll close them out, and then we'll walk our way up here to the second one. I still need to make them actual stairs because right up this is kind of painstaking. Next, we have the second butcher's house right here. Same kind of exterior as the one below. We've got the fence gate to keep them from walking out, and it's basically the same layout. The only difference in here is more so just the flooring because I made it so that it looks like cow polka dots, and I think it looks really cute. But these are our 2 little butcher houses. I think they're super cute. We need to get their trades fixed and locked into what we want. I'm thinking we might make a raw chicken farm, maybe a pork chop farm. Maybe we can actually make, like a nether hoglin farm or something. I've never made one of those, but it could be an easy way to get pork chops for these guys. So this is what we have for our second butcher house, and I think they are loving it. It's pretty great. So now we're gonna leave them here. See you later, boys. Have a good time. And coming down here, we have our little farmers. So walking in here, this is kind of my staging area right now for the builds because all of these chests are just filled with random decorative blocks, some food and things, just random things. But we've got their little work area in the front with their composters in the back. It's very plain so far, but we have lots of room to decorate their little living quarters even more, but I think this one is super cute as well. I like that we use the yellow beds with the yellow terracotta because it kind of, represents wheat and it matches their little hats, so it's cute. But they've got their little living quarters, and I think it's great. So we'll just let them do some snoozing, and we will continue on down to see our little fallen log. And this, I think, is my favorite build. I absolutely love how this turned out. With the foliage, we've got the roots, we've got some beehives, and we've even got our cartography room hidden inside the log, and I think it looks so cute. Such cool vibes for a little hobbit hole area. We will have some villagers in here, so that's why I have the fence gate, but I used the little drip leaf to kind of create some pillars on both sides here. But this is what we have for our cartography room. They can sit here, examine their maps and things, look at the maps on the wall, take their compass down, and do some exploring if they want to. I can grab any of these maps and we can also find them as well, because I was really close to this one here, but never actually found it. And these other ones, that could be some exploring adventures for another day, right? We'll just come in here and ask our cartographers for some maps. But I think this is so cute. Very mossy, overgrown kind of vibes in here. I think it's great. We've got candles lit in the corners as well, but this is what we have for one of our cartographer rooms. And the next room is our other map room. So from the outside, we used the drip leaf to kind of create some pillars holding up this as well. We've got a tree that's a little bit more expanded. I put a bunch of different lights in the trees, and I think it looks so cool. Let's actually do a flyby so you can see this at night, because I think that looks so cool with the lanterns everywhere. Oh, it's so cozy. I absolutely love it. I'm having so much fun with this. But if we come in here, this is our map room. This is the map of our whole area, And here it is decorated. We've got lots of vines, leaves, bookshelves to study as we're mapping things out. But this is our area, and I think it's pretty cool. Granted, it is a little hard to see our area overall, so we're definitely going to clean up our paths in future episodes. But yeah, for now, that's a future red problem. But I like the room. I think it's super cute. We have the beds being green. I actually put some frog lights down a few different layers. You can kind of see there's some green wool all along the edges, but kind of creating just like a really cool depth inside here with the frog lights, and I think it looks cool. And moving down here, we have our cleric room. I used gray concrete powder, so I do have to be careful to not accidentally move this piece of string, which could end up being something I move out of the way. Hello, villager? Oh. Yeah, I kind of hid their beds, so they kind of just blend in with the floor. But let's sleep away the night. And there's our little villager guy. There he is. But I love this room. It is so mystical and spooky. For the particles, I ended up hiding some ender chests around the room to create kind of mystical particles. And if I ever honestly just need to open up an ender chest, I can just move the moss and grab them. But we've got this, and I think it looks so cool. We've got Skulk in a barrel over here. We've got our recovery compass, and we've got our disc in this room as well. We've got a floating head from visiting all of the wardens that we had fun with in the last episode. But I think this room is so cool. The crying obsidian also adds some cool particles because it kind of drips, right? So I think this is cool, and I think he is a vibing out. I also love how we use the end rod and a candle to kind of look like it's a sword, because we did slay the ender dragon. But let's go take a look at what we've got for the rest of them. Perfect. But that is our cleric's room. And if we walk up these stairs, our shepherd's build is very simple. I love having the hanging leather and hanging shears, wool. I think it's really cool. And we hid their beds in here. There's 2 of them, so we can have 2 villagers in here. I'm kind of trying to blend it in with the carpet choice that we did, but I think it's kind of cool. It's very simple, and honestly, I don't feel like the shepherds need like a whole lot, but if there's other decorative things you think would look good in here for the shepherd's build, let me know in the comments below. Or any of these. If you think there's any other like builds or decor I should add into any of these things for our villagers, put it in the comments, and we'll see if we can add them in. But after this build, we're going to actually go down to this one right here, and this is our fisherman's little build. We've got their barrels in the corner, we've got some fish on the ground, we've got their little fishing rods just kind of hanging out here on the walls, and their beds in the corner. I matched the cyan beds with some of the warped wood and stems, and I think it looks cool. Again, very simple. I think I want to add a cyan carpet here as well, but comment below if there's anything else you think we should add for our little fisherman. But I really like this. I love the fish being on the floor and on the little countertop. It's so cute. But these are the builds we have so far, so let's continue on building the last ones. We are almost done building all of these places out. The only ones we really have left are to finish these 3 right here for our iron farm and for, oh, well, hello you. Do you have any things to trade me? Also, where are your llamas? Hello? Who are you? Why are you here? Blue dye alliums? Ooh, I do like me an allium. Okay, wait here. I'm gonna give you money. That's not waiting here. Buy some alliums. Thank you very much. I like how he's buying seeds. Do you realize I can get seeds wherever I want? Like, do you? I don't think you do. But I'll grab some of these white tulips as well. All right, pleasure doing business with you. Now leave. But like we were just saying, we just have these 3 on the corner here, and I'm gonna move probably our weaponsmiths over here because it is kind of rough having to continuously move the iron from inside our farm, hello guys, to over down there to then trade. So I think I'm just gonna move them into these 3 builds out here, and then we'll just be able to walk outside the door and bring the iron over to trade with them. So those are the last 3 that we're gonna work on. Let's continue building these out. And yes, for those of you looking at my hotbar, I will eat, I promise. See, we ate. Now to the time lapse. here it is, guys. We've got some cute little shrubs. We've got some hanging flowers. We've got weapons and iron blocks kind of scattered on the countertops, and I think it looks so cool. I think my favorite is just having the armor on display for them, and I just think this is such a cool little space. I love the angle of this Hobbit hole house because you still have the whole Hobbit hole entrances, like the little sides coming around, but it's angled, and I think this one looks so cool, but I want to show you the other one, so let's go do that. And the second house is for our little toolsmith here, and I think this one also is so cute with all of the vines. Again, we've got the hanging tools on the wall. We've got iron blocks scattered around on the floor, which I think is a fun touch, but I love it. I think this is such a cool house. Now for the final one. And finally, we have our weaponsmith's house, and I think this looks really cool as well. I love having the hanging little potted plants and the armor and the tools on the walls as well. So this is what we got for this one. Just some extra... Did I not finish the ceiling? Nice, Red. Okay, one moment. Just gonna melt up some smooth stone to make up for the fact that we forgot about that completely here. My bad. Grab these guys. There we go. Like I was saying, yeah, fully completed room. Nothing was unfinished. Nope. But on that note, that is all the time I have for today's episode. Comment below what was your favorite Hobbit hole that we created for our villagers. Mine, I think, has to be the fallen log with the cartographer's room, but let me know which one you guys enjoyed. We had a few really cool ones that I absolutely love, so I'm curious what you guys think. But until then, I will see you next time.